Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Watch out now. 50 series. Right, 60. Ultra. Cut.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Tagovailoa are going to try and throw on third down. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's got room. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Extra point attempt to come here. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as we'll get this to about the 23. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Okay.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Streets. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Let's go now.
On first down, Streets. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Hurts. It's complete to Brown, right side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now a handoff up the middle. Streets. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Sticking with Walker on second down. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space, A loss results there.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing is Hurts. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. 7-7, our score after 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Streets. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Streets. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Okay, ready?
Now a handoff up the middle. Streets. He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's Hurts to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he powers his way up past the 30. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the 31, Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Tua going to tap this forward on a jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The Seahawks at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Play action. Now it's Tua going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 45 yards. And the Seahawks are once again back in front. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that makes it 14-10. Is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
19 seconds.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. find the open man at Streets. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. But first down, Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he comes back with one complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, it's Hurts. Caught on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Up the middle they go. Streets. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys have now moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. Oh, good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Let's go. Right, right.
They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On play action, here's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. On second down, Streets. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A third down pickup of 5. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to Walker on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Walker with another carry. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 53 yards on the ground for him so far.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Ready. 43 rail. Set.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one by the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll take a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Wide open is Watt. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them, not easily done.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Ready.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. 48 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 64 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
38. Strike, and cycle.
Here's Walker. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They run again with Walker, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for, and this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Two and now, 3rd and goal. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! Harris Campbell, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go play action with Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
60
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Streets. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 91 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Diamador Lenore. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's go.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Throw out wide to Walker. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to thank the guys on D.
On 2nd down now. Streets. And he'll go down at the 28. Right back to him on 1st down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Here's Hurts to throw. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
That one looks like he'll throw here. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Tagovailoa. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they were stopped on 4th down. Had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mind...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. We knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts it into any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
Ready.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Seahawks, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3 and 4.